Hello, everybody. This is Mayor Mike, and I'm at 740 Main Street, East Hartford. And today, this is Ask the Mayor, where I answer the questions I received in the last week. And we received one question, and then I'll go into some what I call a public or community service announcement. So, submission number 79, that's the question, comes from Brenda. East Hartford is in desperate need of restaurants other than fast food and pizza shops. Is there any plan to try and attract more restaurants? Now, I'll tell you, I replied to Brenda a couple of times. The first one was to give her a complete list of the restaurants we have in town because it's substantial. And then we exchanged emails back and forth, and she says, well, how about chains like Outback and so forth? And that's a little bit more complicated because we have some issues related to per capita income that prohibits us from being a destination for retail. And if you're not a destination for retail, it becomes more difficult to be a destination for restaurants. So in answer to Brenda, I share her desire for restaurants like the Outback to come to East Hartford. But I know we need to revitalize Silver Lane first before we can attract retail and before we can secure restaurants like the Outback. So completely understand what Brenda's saying. But on the flip side, I want to take this opportunity to highlight the many restaurants we have in East Hartford. And hold on tight. This is actually on the town's website if you don't have a pen or paper. But first off, we have Alfresco's Restaurant, C&E Pizza down on Burnside Avenue. Great pizza, great food. I actually haven't been there in a while, but when we were going there, exceptional food. Anna's Pizza Restaurant, top of Silver Lane, awesome. Augie and Ray's, best hot dog in perhaps the state of Connecticut. Bread from Heaven used to be Michael's Bakery. Good to stop in there and see what they have. Of course, we have Burger King, Carl's Barbecue and Jerk Chicken on Silver Lane. Excellent food. Jamaican beef patties are phenomenal there. Carmine's Bar, Grill, and Stage, right on the heart of Main Street. In my opinion, the best fettuccine Alfredo money can buy, and it's fresh pasta, so try that out. Cavro's Pizzeria, excellent pizza there. Chang Yang, which is down on Maple Street, very good takeout Chinese food. Charlie's Pizza, they lost their patriarch Charlie recently, so go and say hello to Mrs. Charlie. Domino's, Dunkin'. I will continue with Dutch Pot Jamaican Restaurant, that's 700 Burnside Avenue. East Hartford Brewing, 776 Tolland, I believe that's now open. We have East Hartford Pizza at 1160 Burnside Avenue. El Sabroso, 980 Main Street, excellent. Family Bakery down on 182 Main, that's pretty good too. Favela Aroma, 1014 Main Street. Ginger Root, 9 Main Street, that's Chinese food. Gino's Pizzeria, which is formerly Procaccini's, 50 Main Street, was just there a couple of days ago. Outdoor patio if it's not too hot or too cold, also excellent food there. Go to Vari for Indian cuisine, 1250 Burnside Avenue. Granny's Pie Factory, get your pie early there. The Thanksgiving lines are 2 days long, 103 School Street. Hatillo, Puerto Rican Restaurant, 245 Silver Lane. I featured that earlier about 3 months ago when they moved in. Excellent Puerto Rican cuisine. Umacao, a little further up on Silver Lane at 775. The beef and chicken empanadas are to die for. Of course, we have Kentucky Fried Chicken. Hearing that we're having a Popeyes coming in, that needs to continue through its permitting. But we also have King Chef's Chinese Food, 1098 Main Street. King Donuts, 1165 Main Street, across from King Chef Chinese Food. Lucky China, 838 Silver Lane. Kind of wondering when they're going to open up for sit-down again, but we still get our takeout there. Luen Hop, 265 Ellington Road, also good Chinese food. Maddie's, staple for breakfast on Main Street, 395. Main Wah Kitchen, 700 Burnside, also Chinese food. Mama's Pizza, 481 Park. Margarita's Mexican Restaurant, some of the best Mexican food you can get in all of Connecticut at 350 Robert Street. Of course, we have a McDonald's at 1261 Burnside. Melina's Restaurant, 500 Burnside Avenue. I have not been there. I'm going to have to try that. Mickey's Oceanic Grill, they've also lost one of their patriarchs, but excellent clams, excellent fried food, all kinds of seafood, and of course the staple, the hot dog or the hamburger, very good. Nardelli's, 1 Main Street on the Glastonbury line, great grinder. New York Chicken and Grill, 168 Burnside Avenue. And Matt Corey's One Wood Pub at the golf course, exceptional, 130 Long Hill Street. Pab's African Restaurant, 1166 Burnside Avenue. Paddle Creek Beer Company, 1277 Main. Pepper's Jamaican Bakery and Jerk, 603 Burnside Avenue. People's Choice Pizza, 536 Tolland. Perfect Pound Cake, the pound cake to die for, 221 Burnside Avenue. Faux 501 Main Street, exceptional Chinese or Vietnamese soup, I should say. Faux House, 834 Silver Lane. I think that one's closed though. Pizza Time, and then wrapping up the last of the restaurants, that's Pizza Time at 205 Burnside Avenue. Queen Pizza, which has a host of Italian foods and grinders at 310 Silver Lane. Ranch House, 284 Governor Street. I'm told they have the best burger in the state of Connecticut. Rebel Dog Coffee Company, which is a new entry on Main Street. I've had some of their pizza and I've had some of their food. Tends to be on the spicier side, which is pretty darn good. And while I don't drink coffee, people swear by their coffee. Roma Restaurant and Pizzeria on Burnside Avenue, also exceptional for their pizza, which is kind of on a cornbread right out of the oven. Cornmeal, I guess would be the better way to say it. And then, of course, a host of Italian foods that is so very good. And the new owners of that are Paul and his wife Sue. So definitely go and see them. Rooster's Chicken and Waffles, 1257 Main Street. Rose's Cafe and Bakery, 649 Burnside Avenue. And my doctor says I should stay out of there, but I'll let everybody else be the judge. Savvy's Pizza Restaurant, 1555 Main Street. And Marie is the matriarch of that organization. She's turned it over to two of her kids, and they have specials throughout the day. In addition, I believe they have breakfast on the weekend. Sidibe African Restaurant, 242 Burnside Avenue. Of course, there's a Subway's and a Taco Bell through a couple of locations in town. Toby's Coffee and Sandwiches, 419 Main Street. I have not been there, but I'm going to have to try it for a smoothie. AAA Diner, just ate there last week. Great breakfast, 1209 Main Street. To Rincon, 43 Burnside Avenue. Villa Milano Pizza, 456 Main Street. And again, I'd like to see Villa Milano start to do sit-in as well. Right now, it's at the moment takeout due to COVID. Village Pizza, 1084 Burnside Avenue. Vincent Kitchen, American and Chinese food, 488 Park. Have not been there. And of course, Wendy's at 303. So I went through that list because I want to show you have a host of restaurants. Definitely, there are a lot of pizza and a lot of fast food restaurants, but some of the ones I named, like Carmine's and Roma's and Anna's, excellent sit-down restaurants with a fine variety of cuisine. So definitely check them all out. They're all East Hartford based, so anytime you eat in East Hartford, you're taking care of somebody who works in East Hartford, so that's a good thing. Last but not least, in light of the lack of questions, I wanted to talk a little bit about what's happening on July 1 related to our waste program. Really quickly, Town of East Hartford has historically collected municipal solid waste and handled bulky waste. Recycling has always been subcontracted out, and this will change. Recycling will continue to be contracted out, but both municipal solid waste pickup and bulky waste will now be handled by a company called All American Waste. So effective July 1, 2022, All American Waste will perform curbside pickup of regular waste green carts. Residents are urged to follow the new rules for setting out both the refuse and recycling carts. I've been monitoring social media, and this caused a lot of chatter, so I just want to reiterate. Carts must be out the night before your collection day. Hey, if you want to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and put your cart out, feel free, but we ask that you do it the night before. Our new vendor may be out there as early as 5 a.m., and we hope we don't disturb anybody's sleep. The point is, if your cart's not out by the time the trash collection vehicle comes by, we're going to know that it wasn't out because we'll have video from the vehicle. So when you call town hall and say my cart was missed, we're going to tell you you didn't have it out by 5 a.m. So again, we strongly suggest that you put it out the night before. Unless you're going to wake up early, there's going to be a chance that the newer, earlier collection cycle may miss your carts. So that's number one. Residents can no longer place their carts on the curb the morning of pickup. And technically that's not completely true, but we want to be sure we don't miss your cart, so we strongly encourage you to have it out the night before. Carts put out later than 5 p.m. will not be collected until the following week. That's if they're missed. Could we have worded that a little better? Sure. But the point is, get your carts early so that we don't miss picking them up. The number of holidays that result in waste pickup related to service delays will reduce from about 13 now to 6 per year. And if you go on the website and look up Public Works, you can click on the holidays. But it'll be the big holidays. It'll be Christmas, it'll be Easter, it'll be New Year's Eve, and so forth. Your weekly trash collection will not be impacted the other 7 days. And then if you also want a street-by-street waste collection schedule, you can also go to the Public Works website and click on it. For any information regarding curbside waste collection, please call All American Waste at 860-289-7850, and that's from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Or you can go to their website, aawlic.com. Now, bulky waste. So we talked about municipal solid waste and we talked about recycling. Let's talk about bulky waste. Effective July 1, 2022, residents will no longer need a permit for the curbside pickup of bulky waste. And I heard the cheer go out across the town. Residents will no longer need a permit for the curbside pickup of bulky waste. Residents may call All American Waste at the same number, 289-7850, and that's area code 860, for an appointment. And we need an appointment so that we don't run around at $6 or $7 a gallon for gas chasing a particular bulky waste on the curb. So it becomes more efficient and it becomes less costly for the town if you simply call ahead. But again, you don't need a permit. Single and two-family properties will receive 2 free pickups per year per unit for each fiscal year. July to June is the fiscal year. 3 to 6 family units will receive 4 free pickups per unit for each fiscal year. So there's no reason in the world now just to push things to the curb and forget them. This is our community. Keep it clean, keep it blight free. Call the number, make your appointment. It's free. There's no reason we can't do this together. All 1 to 6 family properties may schedule additional pickups after their free appointments at a fee of $25 for each pickup, paid by credit card or debit card. And simply put, that is not money the town will make. That is money that we're paying for space at a landfill so that when we pick up your material, it's ultimately paid. And that way the people using the service are appropriately paying for the service. Only 6 items are to be placed at the curb per appointment, and the list of acceptable and unacceptable items is on the town's website. Please go see it. Now, related to the transfer station, this is where it gets a little complicated, at least for 3 months. The transfer station access using the transfer station on Ecology Drive will be required to renew or complete a new permit application, as has been the practice for many years. This will only last for 3 months. We are not fully ready as of July 1, simply too complicated to get the point of sale system in place. So please be advised that transfer station bulky permit sales are in progress and ticket usage begins July 1, 2022. There will be changes coming to the transfer station fees effective October 1, 2022, so for 3 months. Until then, residents should follow the same permit application and renewal process. So if you use the transfer station, you're going to need a ticket. That's from July 1 to October 1. After October 1, any transfer station tickets purchased for fiscal year 2023, that's October 1 and beyond, will be honored when a new transfer station fees are adopted in the fall. Now, if you have a car or small pickup truck, generally speaking, the value of the cost to dump that at the transfer station will be $10. Those tickets you're buying now will basically assume the value of $10. So you can use a ticket in lieu of $10. Once you're out of tickets, you go over to $10. Some of the larger pieces of equipment are larger, and you can see that also out on the web. But if you're just going to drop off a piece of furniture or something, use a ticket through October 1st. The value of the ticket will equal the value of the $10 dump fee after October 1st. And when you're out of tickets, we'll accept credit card payment only. So hopefully that explains it. Last but not least, waste cart repairs. You can continue to request those through the Department of Public Works, and that would be a service request through the My East Hartford either application on the website or your phone, or simply by calling Public Works Administration at 860-291-7374. Again, how we collect in East Hartford is a high level of customer service. We think we're going to even do it better. We've streamlined and made more efficient at less cost the bulky waste pickup, at least on curbside. We have a process moving forward for the transfer station. So help us to keep your community clean. If you dump something on the curb, please call for a pickup. Otherwise, use the transfer station. And starting July 1, use the tickets. After October 1, use your tickets up, or $10 for most cars. Larger vehicles will be more. That ends today's information on both restaurants and the municipal solid waste and bulky waste transfer station changes. I'm Mike Walsh, Mayor of your community. If you have any questions, send them to my email address, and this time next week, I'll respond to them in the Ask the Mayor segment. Have a great Wednesday, everybody.